Absolutely. All right, we'll keep going. Staying in football now, we make our way to college football. The Colorado dream run comes to an end. The Oregon Ducks spoiled the dream and became a nightmare. Comprehensive win, massive victory. Before we get into the game itself, let's talk a bit about the numbers around the game. Okay, so if we look back to the initial signing and the conversations around the signing of Sanders, was that the 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 University of Colorado, or Colorado University, did not have the money. Colorado University from the $28.5 or $29 million promised. So in the 3 weeks since Sanders has started the official season, he's generated more than $45 million in earned media for Colorado. This is according to Apex Marketing. The Oregon and Colorado game drew 10.4 million viewers. It's the most watched college football game of the season on ESPN and ABC. It was the most watched Pac-12 intra-conference game since 2006. There was a better game on that weekend, which we will get to later, that normally everybody would be talking about, but you had ESPN pushing this game and everybody just talking about what's going to happen. Sanders, Colorado. So it's fascinating what this guy has done. I mean, if you look at the impact he's had on this university, on this program, and the media dollars they have attracted in the first, and if you look at the advertising revenue, they believe there was some crazy figure. Yeah, go on.
Oh no, I was just saying that the Deion effect is has brought eyeballs. It's raised. What it's done is raised other coaches' games. Because he forces you to coach your team, and he's coming in well coached. Obviously, they took a loss this week. But what it hasn't done is it hasn't dimmed the light on the things you said. The guts that it took to hire him, the delivery of what he's delivered both financially for the city, for the school. I don't know if you mentioned that the team, all the home games are sold out for Colorado football. For the first time and God knows how long. You're now seeing some of his players are showing up in some of the marketing deals that he has. For him, I think he had a coach and a different player, not one of his sons, involved in one of his almond deals. So you're seeing him having the impact at all the levels. With alumni, with viewers, with college football in general, with his athletes, with his staff. And obviously, with his administration, they look like geniuses, right? Because there's a lot of people that had a chance, with higher profile programs that had the opportunity to talk to Coach Prime and see if they were, if he was a good fit for their program. And Colorado just moved. They just said, we're gonna, I got to make this happen. And again, I think I talked a couple episodes ago, tip of the cap to Rick George for, having the cojones to do it, to get with his administration and say, we've had 10 years of just not good and it's not acceptable. And we've got to do something and we've got to we got to swing for the fences. And this guy he's that person. So, it could have flopped, but I mean, Coach Prime, the player was always, must see TV, whether it was college, whether it was with the Falcons when he played with the Niners and the Cowboys, two sport Deion, it was always must see TV. And obviously, he was a broadcaster, and he's been he got into coaching, with coaching his kids, and then obviously he took it to the next level when he wanted to coach in the college game and the HBCUs, and he raised the profile there. And he's just taking the next step and going, all right, now it's Power 5 football time, which I don't think Deion goes up to the pro level because I don't think what he wants to accomplish gets accomplished at that level. I think he wants to impact lives and be able to help mold young men, and he's having the opportunity to do that right now. And wins and losses are going to come and go. I mean, obviously they got a tough game this weekend, and the college universe is returning to Boulder for the fourth time this year. They're having the game day shows in Boulder. They got a marquee matchup with with USC coming in.
Big game.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be the atmosphere is going to be electric again. So it'll be wild. You've got and you've got a lot of great stories. And I know, like I said, there were some other fantastic games played last weekend with Clemson and Florida State going in overtime. You've got you had a much more competitive FS or USC ASU game. That came out. Obviously, Ole Miss in Alabama, Texas with a big win. I mean, you had all these games that were going on, and this is still the one. Even 35-0 at halftime, people were still tuned in because you know what? There was a lot of people that were like, "Oh, this is just Prime just rewriting the script." Was he going to come back with 35 and tie this thing up and go to over? No, it really wasn't going to happen that day, but you were still watching at 45-6 because you didn't know what was going to happen. Obviously, there was a lot of you saw the pregame speeches, you saw the team walking on the field and quote stepping on the O. I mean, I don't think anybody crowded and kind of stepped on the O, but you manufacture whatever motivation you need, and that's quite all right.
Absolutely.
This week will be no different, and I'm pretty sure that SC is going to walk on that field, and they may walk across the sea at midfield, and someone's going to go, "Oh, they disrespected us. All right, well, let's go." It'll be fun theater, and let's do it again.
Those Colorado hotels and businesses will be absolutely loving it. So it's awesome. One stat that really caught my mind is in the last 3 weeks, a quarter of ESPN's social media engagement has come from Colorado content. So, we're talking about ESPN here, millions of followers. It's just another one of these mind-boggling stats that continue to surprise us